Welcome to the September 8th, 2025 meeting of the Florissant City Council. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes, sir. Harris.
Here.
Manganelli. Here. Egan. Here. Caputa. Here. Shildroth. Here. O'Donnell. Here. Pagano. Parson. Siam.
The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Are there any corrections or additions to the meeting minutes of August 25th, 2025? Hearing none, Councilman O'Donnell moves to approve the minutes, seconded by Councilman Caputa. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? The meeting minutes are approved. The next item on the agenda is hearing from citizens. This is a time to speak to the council on any issue not necessarily on the agenda for 3 minutes. This is not a question and answer period. If you would like to speak to a council member or the mayor, please stay until after the meeting is over. If you are here to speak on a public hearing, please wait and speak when the public hearing is announced. Okay, we do have one public speaker, Mr. Hoyt. Please come forward. All right, will you state your name and your city for the record, sir?
My name is Lauren Hoyt, and I live in Florissant, Missouri, and I've been a resident since 2018. I have seen my neighborhood go down the drain. We have renters' houses that are in our subdivision that are just, they don't care about their houses. They don't care about how the houses look. They don't care about taking simple things as taking out the trash. Can we do something about that? As well as we have lack of animal control in the city of Florissant. As well as I see on a daily basis probably 20 or 30 expired plates. I just think with all those things, we need to do something about it. If we could possibly do something about it, it'd be much appreciated, because I'm to the point where I just want to sell my house and get out. And I bought my house in foreclosure, but I put a lot of money into it, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out, sadly. Also, there is another issue that I did not put on the thing. The streets themselves, if you're walking down the streets, you see nothing but disintegrated streets on the side of the road. I mean, you can trip and fall, because I have fallen even with just walking my dog. Those are my issues. I know I still have some time, but I yield it.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, I don't see any more comments. The next item on the agenda is communications, of which there are none this evening. Next on the agenda is public hearings. Public hearing number 2509023.
In accordance with Section 405.100 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri at the Council Chambers, 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, September 8th, 2025 at 7 p.m. on the following proposition. To approve a final subdivision plat for the properties located at 740 Rue St. Joseph and 976 North Lafayette Street. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact the city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissantmo.com.
Is the petitioner present this evening? Will you please come forward? Thank you. Will you state your name and your city, please?
Good evening, Scott Fail with Nova Group Incorporated. I'm the architect, and we're in Hazelwood, Missouri.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fail. Can you tell us about this project? First of all, let me say that there are actually 2 public hearings on the agenda.
Correct.
About this property. Even though we're going to we're going to go through both public hearings separately. It's
Okay.
okay if there's some crossover in the discussions.
Sure,
Just tell us
sure.
what you're doing. Thanks.
So the first part of this is to subdivide the property. There is a residential, or there's a house and a garage. The owner, Martin and Sons Roofing, would like to operate their roofing business out of the garage portion of the parcel. To do that, it needs to be zoned correctly because it's residential currently. So we have gone through the Board of Adjustment, got the variances that needed so that we could separate the two parcels and bring them into compliance, leaving the residence as residential and the garage as the business use. In addition, the owner has also agreed to put in the deed a restriction that says the parcels can never be sold separately. They always have to be sold together. So you don't have to worry about somebody coming along later and selling off the commercial property, or vice versa. They will have to go together. It's in the plat.
Okay, do we have any questions from the council on this? Okay, Councilman Egan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I don't know if you know the history of this property. It's my understanding, and maybe Mr. O'Donnell does, that this has been rezoned maybe once before. Is that correct, Mr. O'Donnell? Do you know? It was my belief that it had been. Do you have any comment on that, Ms. Goodwin? I was thought at one point in time it was owned by a guy who was running the business and wanted it rezoned so it could be used. He wouldn't get the commercial taxes, but no one seems to know anything about that. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Egan. Okay. So the residents, do you know, I think they said the parking lot's going to be striped for parking there.
Yes, we agreed to provide 2 parking stalls on the garage parcel, if you will, for the residents.
Okay, that makes sense because there was some speculation that maybe it would be rented to a leasee, a resident. And then that was my question, is where would they park, right?
Yes.
Because it doesn't look like there's a lot of parking on the street there
I
necessarily.
don't think
So it's a
parking
good
is
idea. I
allowed on
think.
the street.
Yeah, that's
so,
a good
yeah.
idea. I think they have the parking for them.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see any more questions from the council. Before we close this public hearing, is there anyone in the audience who would like to comment on this public hearing? Okay. Seeing no further comments, Councilman O'Donnell moves to close this public hearing, seconded by Councilwoman Parson. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. This public hearing is closed. Okay, we're going to move on to the next portion of this property, which is public hearing number 2509024.
In accordance with Section 405-115 of the Florissant Zoning Code, a public hearing will be held by the City Council of Florissant, Missouri, in the council chambers at 955 Rue St. Francois on Monday, September 8th, 2025, at 7 p.m. on the following proposition: to rezone the property located at 740 Rue St. Joseph from R4 Single Family Dwelling District to B1 Local Shopping District. Citizens will have an opportunity to be heard. Anyone with special needs should contact the city clerk at least 5 days before said public hearing by calling 839-7630 or email cityclerk@florissantmotor.com.
Okay, we have Mr. Fail, the architect, here still for Martin and Sons. Is there anything additional about this portion that you would like to add?
I think the only thing is the parcel that has the garage on it will be rezoned B1, and I think we have limited it to very basic business uses. I think we agreed to like no hair salons or mini marts or any of that kind of thing, strictly business use.
Okay.
So,
Councilman O'Donnell, you have your light on. Would you like to?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes.
I'd just like to invite the owners, John and Jeff Martin, if they'd like to come forward as part of the hearing.
Okay. Welcome. Will you state your names and city for the record, please?
John Martin, Florissant, Missouri.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Jeff Martin, Florissant, Missouri.
Okay.
Bless you.
Still on? Sorry. Thank you, Mr. President. So I just wanted to maybe just, and this has kind of already been part of the packet and part of your application process, but just to verbalize things that you guys currently own that property and you're actually within that property now, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Is there someone in the house or is it occupied at this time?
Yes.
You have a renter?
Our daughter
Gotcha.
lives in the house.
So, and I think I know the answer to this, but maybe I could just ask you about it. So we weren't, even though this is going to be the front-facing part of your business for potential customers, I guess, for office staff, there's not going to be any kind of construction vehicles parked on the property or heavy equipment of any kind. Is that correct?
That is correct. We do have an enclosed trailer on the lot now, and at the last meeting, I guess there was some discussion about that, and I'm supposed to be working that out with Deborah Irvin regarding the enclosed trailer. But just so the council knows, basically what this is really just a glorified mailing address for us. Everything we do is, in-home. Customers don't come to us, we go to their home. So really, this is just kind of a business address.
So in terms of the parking for the business aspect, you don't anticipate that the number of spaces is ever going to be a problem, that you're going to have
Oh,
suddenly
no, not
10 or
at all.
12 customers that need spaces to park instead of the neighborhood and things like that?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Well, I've actually known Jeff for quite a long time, since he was a very young man. And people, and I know you have a very viable business and a busy business, and people regularly speak about the quality of your work. So I just want you to know that we're grateful for you as being a part of Florissant business community, and I just wish you the best
Well,
in everything
thank you.
going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Any other comments from the council on this hearing? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Before we close this public hearing, is there anyone in the audience who would like to comment on this public hearing? Seeing no further comments, Councilman O'Donnell moves to close this public hearing, seconded by Councilwoman Pagano. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. This public hearing is closed. The next item on the agenda is old business. The first item is bills for second reading. Bill number 10107. Councilman Siam moves for a second reading, seconded by Councilman Manganelli. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Celebrity Barbecue and Soul Food Restaurant LLC, DBA Celebrity Barbecue and Soul Food, to allow for a restaurant in a B3 extensive business district located 1752 and 70 through 1756 North New Florissant Road.
Councilman Siam moves for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Childrath. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance to authorize a special use permit to Celebrity Barbecue and Soul Food Restaurant LLC, DBA Celebrity Barbecue and Soul Food, to allow for a restaurant in the B3 extensive business district located at 1752 to 1756 North New Florissant Road.
Before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this bill? Hearing none, clerk, please poll the council for the final vote.
Harris.
Yes.
Manganelli. Yes. Egan. Yes. Caputa. Yes. Shildroth. Yes. O'Donnell. Yes. Pagano. Yes. Parson. Siam.
Bill number 10107 passes and becomes ordinance number 9104. Bill number 10108. Councilman Manganelli moves for a second reading, seconded by Councilman Egan. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance to approve the final plat for Plat 2 of Manors at Coke Park for the property located at 2300 Charbonneir Road in a planned development residential zoning district, PDR.
Councilman Manganelli moves for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Egan. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Ordinance to approve the final plat for the Plat 2 of Manors at Coke Park for the property located at 2300 Charbonneir Road in a planned development residential zoning district, PDR.
Before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this bill? Hearing none, clerk, please poll the council for the final vote.
Harris.
Yes.
Manganelli. Egan. Caputa. Shildroth. O'Donnell. Pagano. Parson. Cyan.
Bill number 10108 passes and becomes ordinance number 9105. The next item on the agenda is new business. The first item under new business is board appointments. Looking to see if there's any council appointments this evening. I see none. Mayor, do you have any appointments this evening? Okay, thank you. The next item on the agenda is bills for first reading. Bill number 10110.
Ordinance to approve a change in painted masonry colors for the Dunn Hospitality LLC, DBA Quality Inn at 55 Dunn Road.
Would you like this? Okay. Councilman Shildroff moves to suspend the rules to invite the petitioner forward. Seconded by Councilman Caputa. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. The rules are suspended. Would the petitioner for this ordinance about the Quality Inn please come forward? Thank you. Good evening, gentlemen. Would you state your names and your city, and then Mr. Shildroff will ask some questions here.
Lee McNew.
Vivek Patel, St. Peters, Missouri.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. I spoke to you over the weekend, and you expressed an interest along with an interest to staff, Ms. Irvin, and you guys have been, you and your family have been working to get the place in better condition, and I've seen improvements. And you asked about painting the masonry, and Ms. Irvin agreed that in order to get the process moving, we wanted to ask for 3 readings, and I'm going to support that. Could you talk about the color you're going to change it to, please?
Yes. So let's just put that on there. All right. So this is the main face of the front of the building.
Okay.
And we got the color sample, so we can all see, what exact color is going to go where. So
Okay.
if you see here where this darker color is,
Right.
that's the first top color right here.
Okay.
And the trims of the pillar of the canopy, it's the bottom, the
Okay.
very bottom color. And the body of the building is going to be the middle, like the whitish color.
Okay.
And just to get a better understanding of the color scheme. So we see this color right here next to the windows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this white color is. And
Okay.
you see there's trim colors for the pillar-like structure. That's what the bottom-most color. And the accent color, which is the darker color, which is going to wrap around this section of the building
Okay.
on the back side as well. So that's what the darker color is going to be.
Okay.
And the same color is going to be for the roof lines as well.
Okay. Could you tell me, provided this body agrees to 3 readings, what would be the time? If the weather's good, what's the time element on getting the whole project done, the painting?
So they wanted to ask about what time frame are we looking at to finish?
3 to 4 weeks from start date,
Okay, provided there's no rain or whatever.
depending on the weather.
Depending on how-
Okay.
And we still have to get the paints ordered because we were waiting for this whole process to be
Approval?
completed, approved.
Okay.
And so I have reached out to the manufacturer, Sherwin-Williams, to get us some timeline or how soon they can get us the materials in
Okay.
to start with.
And I'll repeat myself, I have seen some progress up there. The lighting on the parking lot is really makes a difference. I know we talked, you replaced some lighting and you fixed some of the lighting also, and the landscaping's been improved too. And I know in past meetings, we talked about the work on the pool you did and things like that. So you and your family are making an effort, and I know you're working with Miss Allen and the administration on getting it back up to a quality where we can be proud of. And I think I've always said, since you started, I think you have the potential to do really well in this corner, and you've changed some of the way you can pay, and we've changed from our perspective. We changed the ordinance on hotel motel. We've adopted some things from the city of Hazelwood. They have a pretty good ordinance, so I think this is all going in the right direction, and I appreciate your hard work with it.
Sure, absolutely. Appreciate your all giving us this opportunity to make this place nicer.
Okay.
And once this building is painted, I can tell, it's going to look much better than it is now, and much brighter. It's going to change the outlook of the city, I'm sure.
Great. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Shildroth. Any other comments or questions from the City Council? Okay, I don't see any. Thank you guys for coming forward. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Councilman Shildroth moves for a second reading, seconded by Councilman Egan. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any against?
Ordinance to approve a change in painted masonry colors for Dunn Hospitality LLC, DBA Quality Inn at 55 Dunn Road.
Councilman Shildroth moves for a third reading, seconded by Councilman Caputa. Roll call vote, please.
Harris.
Yes.
Manganelli. Yes. Egan. Yes. Caputa. Shildroth. Yes. O'Donnell. Yes. Pagano. Parson. Siam. Ordinance to approve a change in painted masonry colors for Dunn Hospitality LLC, DBA Quality Inn at 55 Dunn Road.
Before the final vote is taken, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this bill? Hearing none, clerk, please poll the council for the final vote.
Harris.
Yes.
Manganelli. Yes. Egan. Yes. Caputa. Shildroth. Yes. O'Donnell. Yes. Pagano. Parson. Siam.
Bill number 10110 passes and becomes ordinance number 9106.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Bill number 10111.
Request to approve final subdivision plat for the property located at 740 Rue St. Joseph and 976 North Lafayette Street.
Bill number 10112.
Ordinance to rezone the property located at 740 Rue St. Joseph from R4 Family Dwelling District, Single Family Dwelling District to B1 Local Shopping District.
Bill number 10113.
An ordinance creating a new section 405251 in Chapter 405 Zoning Code, Article 6, Supplementary District Regulations for the purpose of establishing outdoor lighting regulations.
Council announcements. Councilman Manganelli.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would be remiss if I didn't mention this Saturday's big event here in Florissant, the Italian Festival. It'll be at the Duchenne Home Association grounds, 50 Rue St. Francis. We'll have plenty of good food, great live entertainment, and many activities for the kids and vendor booths for people to get the latest Italian swag and other things. And last but not least, I think we still have a couple openings in our bocce tournament. So, bocce, oh yeah. But we still have openings if anybody would like to play. Please go to the Knights of Columbus website or the Facebook page for more information. Thank you.
Councilman Egan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Last week on Labor Day, we had a phenomenal event in the city of Florissant. I want to take the time to thank the mayor and his administration for the insight of bringing the Tour de Florissant again to our city over Labor Day weekend. A tremendous event. Big turnout, a lot of fun was had by all. Probably the highlight of the day was the kids race, and it was really a neat time. I know that Pat Mulcahy, who is the director of administration, put a lot of effort in on that, and kudos to him, the street department, the police department, and I believe the mayor actually participated in a stationary. How far did you go, Mayor?
I made it, too.
How far did you ride on this?
40 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a great event, and I'm very hopeful that Pat and your staff can bring that back next year. It was just a phenomenal time. Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't see any more announcements from the council, but Mayor, I did see a picture on Facebook of you riding that stationary bike, so.
It's not when I fell off.
Okay. Mayor, you have the floor.
Thank you. Just a couple quick things. Tomorrow night at the Egan Center from 6 to 8, we're going to have a resident feedback with a meeting with MSD. It's going to be a public meeting and an open house. And really what we want to kind of direct is we have a lot of issues with people's basements that are flooding during these heavy rains. And I think that I've encouraged MSD to come forward and actually talk to our residents about this. And after several months of waiting, they finally have agreed to a date. So hopefully people come out. I've gotten a lot of phone calls about this and a lot of people concerned about their basements, which they should be. It costs them a lot of money. So please come out and have your voices heard to MSD. On Saturday, September the 20th, we're going to have Light to Darkness Glow Run. It's our 16th annual. It's at St. Ferdinand Park. 5 p.m. There'll be food vendors, games, and raffles. And then 7:15, the Glow Run begins with the 5K, then the 1 mile. And the Fall Festival this year, save the date, that's going to be October the 12th. And that's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. The next meeting of the Florissant City Council will be Monday, September 22nd, 2025. Councilman Manganelli moves to adjourn the meeting, seconded by Councilwoman Parson. All in favor? Any opposed? The meeting is adjourned.